Back to the running boards here. The rust converter on the fender and the running board is all dried up, turned pretty black. That white stuff in there, I don't know what that is. Probably paint or something. But it does a good job of converting the rust. Probably put another coat on. Kind of see some streaks in it there. But anyway, that's good enough. Now I gotta measure the front on the other side and get this front one the same height. Now I cut this bracket out here. And I cut that and welded it. It was 5 1/4 inches from the floor to the top. This one's a little higher because it's tilting down. And I measured the distance here on the inside is 17 and about 18 inches. And I've got right around 18 inches on the outside. It's about 18 1/4, and here I've got about 18 1/4 too. So these brackets now should fit this these holes. I got kind of messed up here in the beginning because up here in the front this is 12 3/4, and back here in back is like 14. But when you start to look at it, you can see that this one here is actually twisted in this way. Oh, you can see it better on the bottom one there. This straight across would be like this. So actually the inside edge here is a lot longer, and I've got this where they boxed this frame or attached it. This all looks kind of bad. So before I finish mounting this fender on, I'm going to make me a cover that goes across there. Covers that all up. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. It just got to be a flat piece that goes from up there to back in the back. I'll probably do a little cutout right there where the cab mount is. But that'll be something different. Right now I'm gonna see if I can get this fender on again. Well, something's a little wrong here. This is fitting inside the bracket. You can see it right here. This one's on the inside of the bracket, but it looks like it needs to go down some. You can see what's happening if that happens. It's no longer straight. But I've got a good inch there. It's pretty close there in the back, but it's not close at all up here in front. Yeah, that's a good inch, and this is down on the bracket here in the front. It's sitting up in the back. I didn't cut the fender out so it would fit flush. So I must have measured wrong or something. Anyway, I'll do some more measuring and see what went wrong. Well, just looking at it, I thought maybe the fender was crooked, but I put a straight edge on it, and it's pretty flat all the way. And the other fender is 5 1/4 inches, and that's what this one is. Let's see if I can get my tape out here. It's 5 1/4. Of course, I'm on top of the cardboard, but it's 5 1/4. So this is level, side to side. What's happening here, though, is this is like 4 1/4 inches from the floor. And this one is 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 is where our fender should be. See, this one's up about 5 1/2, but it'll come down 1/4 inch. That's not any big deal. But this fender's got to come up. And it's got to go in quite a bit. I'm pretty sure that this is hitting on that weld. No, it's hitting somewhere else. Could be hitting right here. Anyway, regardless of how these measure, this one's got to go in and up to about right there. And I can see in my, I'm probably 3/4 inch low there. And this is now, let's see here. Get this up in here. It's kind of hard to do anything one-handed. Put it up in here with too much and push it down. Okay, that's at the, see, I'm 5 1/2. So that's got to come up 1/4 inch at least. And I can put a little tweak in it here. Right now, though, it's hitting back here on the back. Don't know if that's don't know what's causing that. And that's got to go in quite a bit. Get back there, it's probably being held a little bit by that fender. But you can see it's a lot lower than it was. And I need 5 inches here off the ground. See, this is 6. 5 is really low, and that's about where it's at right now, at 5. That's not much ground clearance. Up here in front, it'll even be less. Yeah, see, that's 5 there. And up here, I'm almost 6. So I need to have this 6. Guess what I can do is pull this up to here, put a bolt in it or jam it or something, and then measure in this hole how much I'm going down to my bracket. Well, I got this pretty flush across here and clamped it. How far I am? I'm about 5 3/4 inches, and it's pretty straight. It's like a quarter there, and I pried this back down until it's fitting solid onto the bracket there. And if I check my distance here, which way is which here, that's to the top of my bracket. I got about 30 thousandths, a little over 1/4 of an inch. And let's see if I can do this one-handed. Probably not. And I'll find my bracket down in here. Slide that. And I'm 27 thousandths, so that's kind of hard to believe it's within 3 thousandths. 30 thousandths and 27 thousandths. So this is pretty good here. That's about 1/4 of an inch that I need to raise both sides of that bracket up. And this is pretty much going to be straight across there. I can feel where this support bar is going through that U-channel there. So I need to raise this about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little more, because I got a good 1/4 down here. See it there? It's hanging down quite a bit. And probably just knock this down a little. Bringing it up. I took about half of it out. I don't really care about that bottom. I just want the top straight across here. And I've got about 5.5 inches here from the bottom of the running board. So this is all straight right here, and I'm getting pretty close over here to where my bolt holes and stuff are. This fender's got to go in some, in towards a truck. I can tell there, I can see the edge of my bolt hole. It's got to be about 1/4 of an inch, and that's about what I got out here. So I need to raise this whole bracket across here by it being 30 thousandths, 25 thousandths. That tells me that it's pretty straight, and I've got some 1/8 inch flat bar I put 2 pieces on there, and this will give me a nice flat surface all the way across. I'm not sure whether it's level or not, but by cutting and bending that bracket there, I'm changing the level. It's going up and down, but right now the fender looks good from back here. I don't know, I don't have a level around here somewhere. I'll throw a level on it. Let me find one. Well, that was pretty level. Looks like it's a little high on the outside, but that's good. I don't know what's done here on the fender. That's pretty level. And this way, yeah, see, I got a whole bubble pointed down, which I knew that. I guess it all depends on where I'm at, but it's pretty close. So I got to get it in. I'll crawl under it and see what I'm hitting. But I can add 1/4 of an inch to this fender bracket. 2 pieces of flat bar. I got some, I don't know where it's at. It's around here somewhere. This place is such a mess. Try to clean it up and then I lose everything. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. There it is. Plenty of it. Kind of hard to lose that. But I can just put 2 pieces of this on there, tack weld it, and this should make my bracket solid and level. Well, I welded a couple pieces on here. I made it level this way. I know the running board is not level, but that's good enough. And just tack welded it on, and then I cut that one again. It was sticking way up, and I leveled it, and I got 13 inches or 16, whatever it was, from center to center of the braces over there. So it should fit my channels. Now I'll just get it up on here and I can see how much I have to raise this one. I might have to put one more piece on. I don't know what's going to happen to that one. It's probably going to take quite a bit to raise it up. We'll see. It clamped on much better, and I just stomped it and it went straight. Just clamped it here. Let's see what kind of distance we got here. You can see my rod down in there. Oh man, okay, 1/4 inch here and a 1/2 inch here. I need to pry this around, get it straight. Well, I pried around on it here, and I'm flush here This one get it to my rod or flat spot. There it is. It's off to the side. We're still 25 thousandths. And I'm hitting on the back here, so this is not going down. And my clamp came off of here when I pried it down. Let me put that back on. Well, I'm still .30 thousandths, quarter of an inch here. I'm feeling under here, and oh, there it is. It really wasn't in the middle. Yeah, I'm still 30 thousandths, but I can see my bracket down in there, and I think I'm interfering with this outside edge and feeling of this one. This one here, of course, you can see that I've got a lot of something going on here. This one now .150 thousandths, 1/10 of an inch. This one is 230. That's 1/4 of an inch. So that's got to come up. It looks like my holes are low back there. So this one's flush at this point. I just pulled the fender up with my fingers, and it's holding. Let's check this one again. See what it'll take to put it there permanently. Another 280 thousandths. So, what about the inside? And what we got here? $700 and something. 7/10 of an inch. Don't know what the levelness of this would be. And it looks like I'm quite a bit down on that. Anyway, from here, 1/4 of an inch, so I need one more 1/8 inch bar at least in here. I changed my game plan a little bit. I put a piece of rebar on this. That's probably, I don't know, 3/8, ½ inch. Let's see. Approximately ½ inch. I put another one on here. I took my little plates off there that stacked up. Put one on top. So if it's a little too high, not a big deal. point being that I can drill this if I want to and tap it, put a bolt in it. But anyway, I've got it, it looks like it's pretty close to the same height as that bed post there. Again, I can still cut that post off of there if I have to. Trim it down a little bit so too high is not a big deal. But I need it to fit this fender. Anyway, let's put it on and see what it looks like. Have a little trouble getting it on, but I'm very close to being right here in the back. You can tell by looking down in there I'm close to this. Got a 1/4 inch and it's still moving around a little. This one is wrench. I'm pretty sure it's all down, and I'm a little low here. So the back looks like it's pretty good. This one, I'm not sure I'm really on the bracket here. There's 300 thousandths. 300 thousandths. So it looks like one more plate here. Feels pretty solid. Pretty solid here. And my thing is probably lined up within a 1/4 inch. So I think one more plate here on the front of this one. I can see that that's it says a 1/4 inch, but this 1/4 inch here at this hole. But this is probably depressed a 1/4 inch. I think I'm going to try to maybe beat that out. Maybe I'll leave that alone. Still got to go up a little in the back. I've got a dent right here I got to knock out. So I think I'm going to try to flatten this out across here. And I need to trim a little out of the back of this. There we go, gravity on its own. This is lined up real good by itself. $200 thousandths. Actually. I pounded this out flat in the middle, about the same, and when I pushed it down, this came down. The fender came up in the back. Again, I don't know how straight this is. But this looks like it's a little high right here. I'm real close to being right on it now. $190,000. Probably could put one more plate in here to raise this up. This back one looks pretty good. Let's see what I got here. 1/4 of an inch. I think that 1/4 of an inch is a magic number. But once I pressed on it, I don't even have that much. Let me measure this again to step on it. 180 thousandths. Well, it went on pretty easy. I can see my little plate in here. I put one more piece in and I built this corner up. I can see it right there. I'm flush with the metal basically. My bolt holes are pretty close over there. If I knock the back down, you can see the thing is coming up here. And I can see my rebar right here in the holes, so I'm pretty much flush there. Probably knock this dent out of here some more. And so it looks like I'm pretty good. I gotta get this dent out of here. These two back dents. The side here is pretty straight now. Well, that turned out actually quite good. I would get one of my bolts in. I had to raise this fender up about 3/4 of an inch. It was a little too low to get the bolt in it, but the bolt's in it good. I was able to hammer it a little right in this area. That bent this down. I couldn't really hammer on this one because I don't have another bolt in it there. But the bed's real good. I can see I'm just a tiny bit down in there on that rebar. I can see my fender flexing there. That's because I've only got one bolt in it. This front part here, I can see the shiny in that hole right there. That's right at the edge. I can put one bolt in there if I want. This will strengthen this quite a bit. It is flexing just a little bit, but it's all plenty good and strong to stand on, especially considering I don't have that bolted up at all. Just got it clamped in one spot. I probably ought to put another angle bracket here on this one. This would give quite a bit more support to the running board from the bed. It will flex a little now, but all in all it's not bad. So I got rid of my ugly brackets. I'll see if I can show you up in here what this looks like. I can't really tell with this camera what I'm showing you. Oh yeah, I can. Actually, that's a 1/2 inch there, and it's sitting on a rebar which goes up into there. And this one is sitting on a square, and it's going up in there pretty good. So all in all, this is pretty decent. I need to pretty it up a little, grind off some of my weld, but it's going into the brackets where it should go, and it's solid. I don't have them big ugly angle irons hanging down anymore. So basically I think I'm ready to take this off again and finish welding this stuff up in here where I got them now. Try to do a little straightening on that. Get that inner side bent up a little. Not sure what I'll do about that. It's not that critical. Might throw a little water up on it from the tire. I need to do something about this big gap in here. This is caved in right here, so I can flex that out, get it to match this fender here pretty good. Get rid of that big triangle in there, and probably just pound that out. I think I can get to it. I think its spring is above where I need to hit it. Get it close enough just to make it look pretty good, and I can now put this fender on here. See what I'm going to have to do with the nose of it. Anyway, took a couple days work, but now this thing is on, and when I get it all ground up and cleaned up underneath and painted, it'll look good if you crawl under it and look. So that's what I was after. Well, I put me another bracket right there and drilled it. So this is all pretty straight, and that should make it a lot stronger. When I was crawled under here looking at this, I was looking at the other side, and these brackets are off 2 inches or so. So rather than trying to mess with them where they are, I'm going to just cut them off and mark them and weld them in the right place. But for now, I just have to take this apart and re-weld everything, or finish welding it, grind off some of this ugly stuff, I looked under here, tried to bend that. It's fairly much not really possible. I can't get anything in it, and it's pretty straight up and down here. So, and my running board is curved right there. That's why we have this triangular hole. I laid a piece of flat stock on it, and looks like flat stock will cover the hole, whether I weld it on the bed or weld it on the fender there, I don't know, or whether I just leave it. Don't know. And I need to make that shield in here so you don't see all this ugly stuff. Anyway, I got to take it off, cleaned it up, finished welding it, painted all black, and undercoat this fender, and I can put it all back together. Well, I got to looking here at my braces, got the fender off and everything, and got the running board off, and I got it undercoated, and then I thought I'd just rubber undercoat all this right here, but right in this area it's welded real good on the inside, but that 4x4 piece of box tubing they used in there is a little small right here. So what I'm going to do is just weld a plate right here real good. That'll stiffen this frame up, and also stick it there to the box tubing. So I figured I'd do that. I'll just leave it hanging down and cut it off. I can put another piece right in here, but I'll do that when I jack it up. I get in there to it, but for right now, at least I'll have this this covered up, and I can put a pretty nice weld across there, I think. So anyway, I'm gonna fire up the welder and give that a go. And then I moved on to the brace here. It don't look too bad. I just tacked it. Same thing there with that one. I don't know what kind of stuff this white stuff is on these, but man, it's really thick, tough. Anyway, so that's most of my welds. I still got some up there in that corner to do, right up there in that corner, but I was just getting frustrated, couldn't see, and welder's not doing what I wanted. It did pretty good on here, but I sure made a mess of that. I'll grind it all off and try to put a pretty weld on it. That's going to be something that's going to be seen, so press on. Here it is, all ground down, sorted out. I was kind of bothering me because I had such a bad weld, and it turned out it really wasn't the welder. My battery in my helmet had died, and it wasn't darkening, so I couldn't see. Anyway, I replaced the batteries, and I was able to lay a little better weld on there and grind off that old runny stuff. I got this all ground up, both of them, and all looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna I've got some of that rubberized undercoating. I'm going to spray all of this with that. I'm going to put a little coat of primer on it first, and this stuff releases fumes. I don't breathe too good, so I gotta get out of the fumes. But I'll spray some of that on here, and this will cure up. I've got both sides of these done. I might have a little bit of grinding to do right back here. Yeah, I can clean that up a little bit better. Well, there we go, finally. We've got this pretty much everything bare metal primed. I re-welded my exhaust mount in there, cut it off. I wire brushed this frame, sprayed it. My weld in here is primed good. These are looking good. I got them trimmed down. I re-braced or re-welded that the front one there. It wasn't welded right in the front on the edge of the frame, or it was actually the back one. And because there's a hole in the frame right there, it was twisting a little. So that's more solid than it was. So it took quite a bit of doing. I've been on this a couple days at least. But it's primered, so I'm going to get out of these fumes and have a bite to eat. You know, it's all undercoated. It's looks still a little bit wet in there. Takes a while for this to dry, but basically not bad. This front part here looks like I can finish undercoating that after the thing is on. I got a pretty good job right in here on this weld. Everything else is above the fender. Don't look like I got it as good as I'd like it. By the way, this is a Rust-Oleum. It works good. It's not real thick or anything, but you shake it up good. See, it's actually doing a pretty good job of. See, right now it's looks like it's going on kind of brown, but that's when it dries, it's more of a black color, and this is building up. But anyway, that's this will definitely keep this stuff from rusting. And I already undercoated the running board. It's been outside drying a couple days, so it's dry enough. I don't think I'll have any big problems putting that on. And basically it looks pretty good. Actually, it looks real good. Get some more up in this. Kind of looks splotchy. I don't know what's causing that. And I also sprayed it up on the bottom of the cab door and stuff. Yeah, that looks much better there. So the trick to this stuff, you got to shake it up real good. Make sure that the whatever rubber solids are in there get agitated and they go on, they come out of the can. You can real easy not shake it and spray all your solvents out and you don't get much of anything. But this stuff's not bad. It's, I don't know, $7 a can or something like that. Good enough. I got 4 cans. That's enough to do the. So here's the defender's been undercoated. It's just black. Like I said, when you spray it on and it's kind of wet, it's sort of brown looking. But once it dries, it's completely black. So the fender's been hammered out straight as I can get it. It all looks pretty good from here. I might have something to do on the inside, but I'll stick it on now and we can move forward on bolting it up. There it is. It just slipped right on. Can't really get any better than that. It was real easy to put on. Real close to the front up here. Can't really, feels good here. I can see my flat plates are real close. My holes are almost lined up. Almost lined up over here. So this was a done deal. Goes on real good, comes off real good. I've got it almost perfectly straight across here. This would be a good time. I got a bunch of little lights. I don't know if there's any in here, but they're little like 1x2 lights. I was gonna put them in the outside of the fender. I probably ought to do that with the fender off. It'd be kind of hard to crawl under there and wire it. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and pull that fender off since it comes off so easy, and put my lights on it. And I found some rubber running board covers, some kind of aftermarket stuff. Tape open here, and they're 12 inches. Wow. So it looks like up here at the widest point, it's 14 from the crease. It looks like 12 inches at the widest part will be right at the edge of the thing. Back here, 12 inches will be all the way to the bottom. Where does I quit here? Right about here. If I put the whole piece in, back at the back, this is only 11 inches. so I don't really need the I'm just trying to think whether I should run it this way. But I think if I run it right along that crease there, this will put me right at the edge of this. And that won't interfere with my lights. Probably need to do something with this. But anyway, it's the subject of another video. But for now, it's all in, ready to be bolted. So like and subscribe, guys. The other one's going to be quicker in some ways because I'm going to cut the brackets off and re-weld them. But basically, same procedure.